Okay, so we're going to solve the whole triangle here. So we got a missing angle and two missing sides. We're going to give our angles to the nearest degree and side lengths to the nearest tenth. So can't use Pythagorean theorem yet because we only have a hypotenuse and we have an angle. Quickest way to find that angle is we know we got 180 total degrees. If I subtract the 90 that's given and the 35 that's given, I'm going to go ahead and get this other angle right here as 55 degrees. I'm actually going to label this triangle. Let me clean up my penmanship here. And so we get 55 degrees. So for those viewers who don't like my penmanship, hopefully that keeps them happy. We'll call this angle A, angle B, angle C, and when we label sides, we always have the opposite side. So angle A opposite is side A. We use the lowercase version of the letter, and so that would be side B. So we know that angle A is equal to 55 degrees just using our properties of triangles. Okay, so that's kind of nice. That makes life easy. And so to find side C, I'm just going to go ahead and see what I got. I can use any angle that I want. I wouldn't recommend using the 90, just use one of the others. To find side C, I'm going to use angle C. So if I'm using angle C from that perspective, side C is opposite. So, and I have the hypotenuse. So that means I'm going to use sine because sine is opposite over hypotenuse, or we remember SOHCAHTOA. So I'm using sine opposite over hypotenuse. And so that means I'm going to get sine of angle 35 degrees is equal to side C opposite over the hypotenuse, which is 12.5. I cross multiply and I get, let me change to my pen here, 12.5 times sine of 35 degrees. We're rounding the nearest tenth, and I get this side as 7.2. So side C is equal to 7.2. Okay. Now at this point we could use Pythagorean theorem to find angle A. Or side A. We could use that. We could use trig. I'm going to say let's use trig because that's what we're working on right now. So for side A, I'm going to use the 35 degrees again because that's what was given to me. So I know that we got 35 degrees, and so side A is the adjacent side. So that means I'm going to use cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. And we get cosine of 35 degrees is equal to, don't ask me why I wrote it all the way up there. We'll clean it up a little bit. Cosine of 35 degrees is equal to side A over the hypotenuse, which is 12.5. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply, and I get 12.5 times cosine of 35 degrees is equal to 10.2. So I have A and C, and I already found the angle A of 55 degrees. And that's how I can find all the missing information using right triangle trig and basic properties of triangles, which includes subtracting from 180. If you know Pythagorean theorem, you could use that. But sometimes you can't use either one of those, so you got to use the trig.